I'm gonna make the biggest film that the world's ever seen.
Family, Nazis. Family, Nazi. You want a family? Nazi. Here we go again, another A24 film. And it's gonna be an illuminating and shocking piece.
White people are evil.
That really opens some eyes. He's done something really clever here by having Christian participate in a sex ritual.
And you'll know you saw your good Weinstein movie.
I was forgetting how bad the Holocaust was. But thank God, now there's an A24 film that lets me know what side to pick in the coming World War III war. The son of a poet mother and musician father. Right there. Is that what it is? Is that what that is? In the future, when they have AI movie scripts, the material that they're gonna use, that they're gonna synthesize from is Avengers. And his name is Jack Reacher. Writers in Hollywood? You mean AI prompters? When you watch gross people unravel, and you wanna see somebody else suffering, it makes me wonder if white people should even exist. These A24 films, they're Kino.
Yeah.
Yeah, the accessibility of art is not always a good thing, because when you get digital tools that make it easier to do stuff, when you get cameras, when you have readily available cameras that are like cheap, sometimes they fall into the hands of idiots. I was hoping that maybe films wouldn't become disposable, but films now, thanks to Netflix pumping money into the system, films are disposable. Films are disposable. And it's because the barrier to entry has been lowered, democratization of whatever, what have you. It's a bad thing in my opinion. This is a disposable film. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Have you seen this?
No.
Dog piss. How do you even make them look the same? Do they specify that these directors have to use certain lenses or something? What the f? They all look the fucking same. So what happened was you had Hollywood studios, and then you had this kind of, the Hollywood system kind of died off or slowed down or took a sidestep, and then you had like internet stuff come up, and there was this sort of like renaissance of like YouTube poops and like interesting YouTube content and like fun places to go on the internet. And now it's kind of coming back to a centralized model, because everything's on these streaming services. They figured out, like Hollywood figured it out. And it's not Hollywood, it's these tech, so it's worse than Hollywood. It's these tech people. So they're people, like the guy that runs Netflix, these people, they don't know anything about cinema, they don't care. They look at it as a user network. Like the people who run Netflix and Hulu, they're not thinking we need to be the best, we need to make the best films that the world has ever seen. They're not thinking that. They're thinking we need to be the biggest user network that streaming video has ever seen. That's like the way they think about it. They think about it in a San Francisco guy. That's the mindset that they're bringing to it. The fact that they all look the same, I see one frame and I go, oh, here we go again, another A24 film. After seeing one frame, that doesn't mean that they're in any way derivative or formulaic or mass. I would even say mass manufactured.
What do you think makes people attracted to objectively bad / corny movies / music, art, etc.?
It's that they're stupid and that they're psychologically damaged or misaligned, malformed. I've never been into philosophy, but I saw someone talking about Carl Jung's letters, his private letters that were not published, I guess. And he's talking about how all philosophy is the result of somebody starting with a misaligned, damaged, broken psyche, worldview, and then rationalizing in that worldview from there. And when I heard that, I immediately knew that was 100% true. The whale. Life's so bad, get fat and die. Like the subtext, these movies that are like gross out things, when you watch gross people unravel, that's when you're feeling very low in life and you want to see somebody else suffering. That's one thing or another. I'm not saying that's good or bad thing. I try to avoid that as much as possible. Watching Boogie, I want to watch someone get fat and destroy themselves. Yeah. Like that's something you can do if you're having a terrible day, you hate yourself. I really need to see someone who's worse off than I am. I need to see someone with their face mashed into a toilet right now. That's what that is. It's when you feel so desperate and low, you need to see someone lower than you. That's for a website that looks like LiveLeak. That's where that belongs. And you see somebody suffering and you go, man, that's crazy. You see this guy? And then if you're really sick, you share it with your friends, you create a Discord about it. You talk about it it's the only thing you talk about. Man, have you seen Dan Quinn? He's crazy. And then if you're really sick, you got fish tank. And then if you're really sick, if you're so f***ed up that you cannot escape, you create a movie about it. And at least in the old days, at least when Hollywood was these Brazilian or whatever nationality, I don't know what nationality they were, or these old Harvey Weinstein molester guys, at least when they were that, they were at least like,
I'm gonna make the biggest film that the world's ever seen with starlets and actresses, and you'll know you saw your good, you saw a Weinstein movie.
Like at least back then there was a degree of like, we got to make a big, good film.
Yeah.
Like Terminator 2. At least back in the day you got Terminator 2. Now you got My Buttonator 2 with the underage cuties Netflix My Buttonator show. That's what you get now. That's what Frank Zappa says about music. Back in the old days you had these guys, these fat cats smoking cigars at the top of the music industry, and at least they said they were out of touch, they didn't know what they were doing, but at least once in a while they said, that music sounds pretty weird, kid. Let's give them a chance. And that's how you got like weird music in the 70s, 80s, etc. That's why movies were better. You had these guys with egos saying,
hey, watch this. I'm gonna make the biggest film of all time. You're gonna have Michael J. Fox and a time machine. It's gonna be crazy. There's lights everywhere. Production design is gonna be
but now it's like, well, we are thinking about doing a project about lesbians and race in small town Georgia. And it's gonna be an illuminating and shocking piece that really opens some eyes. But they do that, they're buying like 50 things at once too, these Netflix guys. Movies are pretty bad nowadays. And the good, like the high end, like the best, like the movies that matter, this A24 stuff, I can't take it. You can look at one shot from one of these things, you go, oh, that's an A24 movie. Trying to make it so that there's something weird about this German family. By Jonathan Glazer. Jonathan Glazer. I know what I'll do. I'll show a German family. See, I told you. From London. It says right here. In London. It's these filmmakers that are from London. Oh, I know what's a British accent? I know what I'll do. I'll make this German family look weird. That way you'll think that a family of white children with blonde hair is weird. Like an alarm going off. I thought it was like an alarm going off. I saw German blonde-haired children with vaguely sinister lighting and ambient drone music from Envato Elements. Hold on, I'm a filmmaker. This is gonna make my movie profound. My movie's just like Inception now. It's like Dune. My movie's like Dune. No, my movie's like Blade Runner. No, my movie's like an unnerving horror movie where you never feel quite settled in. Creepy. Blonde children with this vignetting and this sort of dark, it's full daylight bright outside, but it's a dark scene somehow. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll make them look weird. That's right. That's right. I'm killing oh, look, the German men's. Oh, they're Nazis. Family, Nazis. Family, Nazi. Family, Nazi. You want a family? Nazi. Do you ever feel like you deserve the best in life? You're a Nazi.
Family dog Nazi.
Look at these Nazis. Oh, it's unspeakable. He's a Nazi. I'm Jonathan Glazer. Make sure you don't look away. Watch the full thing. Oh, his teeth. Is that what it is? Is that what that is? I see teeth. Is that Holocaust stuff or is it slavery? Look at this. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. It's another one. Just in time. Just in time. We needed this. I was forgetting how bad the...
Comes out real soon.
I was forgetting how bad the Holocaust was. But thank God now there's an A24 film that lets me know. And I know what side to pick in the coming World War III war. A24. We make the most profound, artistic films. David Finkel. I'm Daniel Katz. Me and my partner David Finkel are going to make the most profound, artistic films ever. We'll get you guys on our side with Uncut Gems and Robert Pattinson on a dirt bike or whatever. And then we'll do the real work. Making white people look weird. What was that one? Midsommar. Everybody thought they were so profound and heavy when they saw the trailer for this. Have you seen Midsommar? Oh, it's crazy. It's gonna twist. The twist is gonna rock your world. What's the twist? That white people are bad? I didn't see that one coming. Boy, oh boy. That's a novel twist. And it's much the same with why people like Jack Reacher. You never heard of Jack Reacher?
I've heard the name, but don't know what it is.
It's the replacement for Mission Impossible, Tom Clancy movies. It's the toughest U.S. Marine in the world, and his name is Jack Reacher. Those that run these studios, they're smart people, and they're verbally intelligent. And it defies understanding that a character named Jack Reacher they would ever try to market that to the American people. But maybe I'm missing something because it's a successful franchise.
Never trust a weapon you haven't personally test fired.
But yeah, I think the reason why most people like most stuff is because their brains are sort of like ugly little pieces of burnt cauliflower, which is not to say that they're bad people or anything like that. I think that everybody deserves the mercy of Jesus. People that like the Boondock Saints, this is the most thing in all
Fucking
existence.
bomb. They exited out the front door.
Willem Dafoe is unbelievable actor. So to have such a unbelievable, massive actor in this it's
Idea what they were in for. There was a firefight!
hardcore. I love it so much that these ivory tower, Hollywood, entrenched, nepotistic, these loser people are having their jobs siphoned away and sucked away like everybody else has been, everybody that they look down upon, and it's never going back. There's never going to be writers in Hollywood. You mean AI prompters? But the only thing that's bad about it is that AI makes it doesn't make anything new. It just does something derivative. It can never make anything new because it's a reverse image capture software. All that's doing is it's synthesizing existing material in order to trick people into thinking that a human made it. In the future, when they have AI movie scripts, the material that they're going to use, that they're going to synthesize from, that they're going to pull from to make the new movies is Avengers. That's the worst part, is that the movies that they synthesize, the reference material that they pull from that's going to dictate what the new material is like, is going to be Ready Player One and Enter the Spider-Verse. And you're just going to have infinity variations of Miles Morales come up in story, saving the galaxy, saving the multiverse. Crap. And that's all there's going to be. Ari Aster. Oh my God. No, I knew it. I knew when I saw Midsommar and I saw white people are evil. White people are evil. I knew it was a fucking guy from New York that was born in July 15th.
New York.
The son of a poet mother and musician father. Right there. Mimic his wails of pain before crushing his head with a mallet. Yeah. I've seen there's a lot of videos on WorldStar, Swedish people who would do something like mimic the wails of pain of a dying man and then crushing his head with a mallet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that on WorldStar. It's these Swedish people. Really flips it on my head, though, the way Ari Aster framed this up for me. It really makes a lot of sense. In fact, it makes me wonder if white people should even exist. And there's avoiding mating commune to avoid incest. Yeah, okay. And there's a person in the film named Christian. Now I know, and Christian is drugged and participates in a sex ritual. So I know that Ari Aster, he must know deeply about theology, and he's done something really clever here by having Christian in the film participate in a sex ritual. That's just genius to me, the way Ari Aster's mind works. And I guarantee if you put a fitted cap on him, his ears would be able to fit inside the cap because he's got a small head. These people are not as smart as you think they are. He's holding the microphone like this. What sickening. But what he did by making the character named Christian participate in a sex ritual, I thought that was genius level, taking theology and twisting it around and making it into something interesting for once. These films are so amazing. These A24 films, they're Kino.
Oh, yeah, they are.
And